Welcome guys. Today I'd like to talk about constants in Java, the way we use constants, the way we declare constants, private and public access modifiers when it comes to constants, different data types that can be used as constants in our code, and some style guiding when it comes to using constants. Okay, so to declare a constant, we do not use const keyword in Java. Even if I try to, my IDE would suggest I would use a different format. So as you can see, the format is structured in the following way. First of all, I need to specify my access modifier. It might be private or public. Then I would use a static keyword, final keyword, and here I need to specify a data type my constant is going to represent. So in this case it says int as an example, but let's use a string data type. Now when it comes to naming, there is a general rule of thumb that some might even enforce this rule at work, that constants that we declare to be declared using capital letters. So for example, my constant would be called buggy, and let's give it a value. So this is the way to declare a constant. If you need to extend naming for your constant, you can use underscore, and let's call it buggy private. And just for the sake of example, we can use a new one called buggy public and also declare it as one. Alright guys, let's look at some of the use cases when it comes to constants in Java. So let's say I have a class called bank info, and one of the properties of this class would be a publicly available information like bank name, right? So I can go to my main demo class with main method and do something like outputting name of the bank I'm using. So let's say my bank's name is, and bank info dot bank name. Let's run this code. And as you can see, it says my bank's name is Bangladesh Central Bank. This is one of the ways to use constants. We pretty much reuse some of the information we have declared in our code that can be accessed publicly. Another way to do it is, another way to use constants is when it comes to repetition. So basically we would like to remove redundant declarations, and such an example can be seen in bank customer class. So here we have a constant of string data type, and another one integer. So customer name Kumara Shan, customer age 56. So the idea of using constants in the following manner is to reduce redundant code declaration, data declaration, sorry. So basically, instead of declaring my customer name every single time in each of the methods where this information could be used, same with, when it comes to age, I can declare it once in my class and later reuse it in my methods. So if you can see here, I use private access modifier. I do not want this information to be accessed directly by other classes. Instead, I would reuse one of the methods. So let's say this one, get customer preference. Same as before, what I can do, customers pref is, and instead I would call it differently. Bank customer get customer preference. All right. And as you can see, this information is now available for me. If I call a different method, I would still have access to this information as before. As opposed to static data in our code represented as constants, we might end up in a situation where we would have to instantiate new entities of a particular class. And in this case, for obvious reasons, instead of having predefined values, we would provide different values each time. So like here, for example, we have a constructor of my bank class that takes a bank title as a parameter. So here using constants would be pretty much impossible.